What if I told you the reason you're not her priority has nothing to do with her, but everything to do with the way you're living your life right now? You're trying to impress her, bending over backward to fit into her world. And let's be real, it's not working. You're getting ghosted, ignored, treated like you're just another option. Here's the hard truth. You don't need her approval. You need your own. Welcome to reality. If you keep acting like you're expendable, that's exactly how you'll be treated. But what if I told you there's a way to flip the script completely? I'm not talking about playing games or pretending to be someone you're not. I'm talking about embracing a mindset so powerful, it's been transforming lives for over 2,000 years. It's called Stoicism, the art of mastering your emotions, becoming untouchable, and putting yourself first. When you live by this mindset, you'll stop chasing her attention, and she'll start seeing you as the prize. Today I'm going to share something that could change everything you thought you knew about relationships. This isn't for guys looking for shortcuts or gimmicks. This is for men who are tired of being treated like a backup plan and ready to become the priority. Let's be clear. This isn't about being manipulative or treating her badly. That's weak. This is about treating yourself better. You've been lied to your whole life. People told you to be nice, always available, and overly accommodating. But how's that working out for you? Ghosted, ignored, forgotten. It's time to stop being her fallback and start being her priority. Here's the kicker. You don't need to chase, beg, or change yourself for her. Women don't want the guy who's always waiting around. They're drawn to the man who's focused on his own life, his own goals, and his own standards. Why? Because women are hardwired to respect a man who's in control of himself. And that's exactly what we're going to dive into today. How to stop being an option and become the man she can't afford to lose. Let's get started. 1. Stop being her safety net. Let's get one thing straight. The reason you're not her priority is because you act like you're not a priority. She knows you'll always be there. Cancel plans? You'll wait? Disappear for days? You'll still be around. Reschedule at the last minute? You won't complain. You've positioned yourself as her safety net, the backup plan. Let me break it down. Right now, you're her plan B. She's focused on someone else, someone she sees as high value, who probably isn't giving her the time of day. But when that guy doesn't come through, she knows you're there, waiting for whatever scraps she decides to throw your way. And the most brutal part, you allow it. You let her treat you like an afterthought because you're afraid of losing her. But the truth is, you've already lost. The moment you let her disrespect your time, you gave up your power. Women don't respect men who are overly available. Respect comes from scarcity. When something is rare, it's valuable. If you're always the first to text back, the one who always calls, or the guy who says yes to every little thing she asks, how is she supposed to respect you when you don't even respect your own time? It's time to stop being a doormat. If she's not making you a priority, you need to show her that you have a life beyond her. The second you do, you're no longer just an option. You become someone she wants to chase. In relationships, the so-called nice guys finish last. Not because kindness is wrong, but because being too nice, too accommodating, and too available signals weakness. It shows you don't value yourself. And if you don't value yourself, how can you expect her or anyone else to value you? The power of emotional detachment. Now, let's talk about one of the most powerful weapons you can use in any relationship: emotional detachment. And before you say, wait, aren't we supposed to be emotionally available? Let me clarify. Being emotionally available doesn't mean being a pushover. Emotional detachment doesn't mean you don't care. It means you're not controlled by her reactions or behavior. Let's say you're texting her, and suddenly the tone shifts. No more cute messages, no more emojis, just one-word replies. Most guys would panic. They'd start over-analyzing every word, replaying the last conversation, and wondering what they did wrong. But not you. Why? Because you understand that her behavior has nothing to do with you and everything to do with her. Emotional detachment means staying calm and confident no matter what happens. She doesn't reply to your text? Cool, you're busy anyway. She cancels last minute? No problem, you've got other plans. You're unfazed because your happiness doesn't depend on her. And here's the beauty of it. This is exactly what makes you irresistible to women. Women crave stability, and emotional detachment makes you a rock in the chaotic world of dating. When your emotions aren't swayed by her every action, you become the kind of man she can't help but respect and admire. But emotional detachment isn't just about handling her behavior. It's about handling yourself. When you stop chasing validation from women, you free your mind to focus on what truly matters: your goals, your passions, your purpose. Women are naturally drawn to men who are on a mission. A man with a purpose is a man who can't be controlled, and that makes you dangerous in the best way possible. 3. Setting boundaries that demand respect. Here's the truth about boundaries. If you don't set them, she will, and trust me, her boundaries won't work in your favor. Most guys think setting boundaries means being controlling or rude. Wrong. Setting boundaries is about self-respect. It's about showing her that you value yourself and your time enough to say no when something doesn't work for you. Picture this. She texts you at 11 p.m. to hang out last minute. What do? If you drop everything and run over to her place, you're sending a clear message. You're willing to bend to her every whim. But if you respond with, "Sorry, I'm busy tonight, but let's plan something for tomorrow," you've just set a boundary. That simple act tells her, "My time is valuable, and I'm not here for your last-minute calls." This is key. Setting boundaries doesn't just protect you, it demands her respect. Women will test your boundaries to see what they can get away with. If you let her walk all over you, she'll lose respect for you. And once respect is gone, attraction quickly follows. But boundaries go beyond saying no to late-night texts. They apply to every area of your life, your time, your energy, and your emotional investment. You need to be crystal clear about what you will and won't tolerate in a relationship. For example, if you're dating a woman who's still exploring her options, seeing other guys while stringing you along, you need to set a boundary. You tell her, "I'm not interested in being one of many. Either we're exclusive or I'm out." That's a boundary. If she doesn't respect it, you walk away. No drama, no arguments, just a clear understanding that you won't settle for less than you deserve. Boundaries aren't about controlling her. They're about taking control of your own life. When you set and enforce boundaries, you not only protect yourself, but also show her that you're a man who respects himself. And that's a man she can't help but respect in return. The power of actions over words. In today's dating world, most men are doing far too much talking and not nearly enough acting. You spend hours texting, explaining yourself, and reassuring her that you're a good guy. You're caught in an endless cycle of trying to convince her of your worth. But here's a harsh truth. Women don't care about what you say. They care about what you do. You might think you're making progress by telling her how serious you are about the relationship or how much you care. But to her, it's just noise. She's heard it all before. "I'm different. I'm serious about you. I'm not like those other guys." These lines are nothing new. While you're pouring your heart out, here's what she's really thinking. Let's see if he can prove it. This is where most men go wrong. Talking doesn't impress her. Actions do. You could write her a novel about your feelings, but it wouldn't matter as much as consistently showing her through decisive actions. When you let your actions speak louder than your words, you're sending a powerful message. You're a man of integrity, someone who doesn't need to explain himself, and someone who gets things done without broadcasting it. Think about the men women are naturally drawn to. Are they the ones texting non-stop, showering her with compliments, and desperately trying to prove their worth? They're the men who back up their words with actions. They say what they mean and mean what they say. They're calm, composed, and confident. Not because they're seeking her validation, but because they're already validated by their own achievements and the way they live their lives. That's the kind of man you need to become. A man of action. Stop talking about what you'll do and start doing it. Show her through your actions that you're reliable, capable, and driven. When you embody this mindset, you won't need to convince her of your worth. She'll see it for herself. 5. Mystery. Keep her guessing. Keep her interested. Women don't want a man who's an open book. If she knows exactly what you're thinking and what you're going to do, she'll lose interest fast. That's why the art of mystery is so powerful, and unfortunately, most men today have lost it. We live in a time where everyone is glued to their phones, constantly sharing every thought and feeling. If she can predict your every move, she'll quickly categorize you as just another guy. And the moment she puts you in that box, her interest fades. Now, this doesn't mean you should play games or lie to her, but it does mean you need to stop being so predictable. Predictability is the kiss of death in relationships, especially in the early stages. Look around and you'll see guys texting her good morning, good night, and updating her every hour about their day. Newsflash, this isn't romantic. It's boring and suffocating. When you constantly shower her with attention, you rob her of the chance to miss you, to wonder what you're doing, or even to think about you. You're killing her curiosity, which is the fuel of attraction. Imagine she texts you, "Hey, what are you doing tonight?" Most guys would jump at the chance to spill every detail of their evening, hoping she'll join in. But here's the thing. Don't tell her everything. Leave some mystery. Instead of saying, "Oh, I'm just watching TV and hanging out. Want to come over?" Say something like, "Got a few things going on. Might be out later. How about you?" With this response, you've flipped the script. You're no longer an open book. You've created intrigue. Now she doesn't know exactly what you're doing, and that uncertainty will make her think about you more. You've planted a seed of curiosity, and that's the key. You want to be the man she's constantly thinking about, the man she's trying to figure out. If she knows where you are, what you're doing, and how you feel every second of the day, you become predictable. And predictable guys are forgettable. Remember this, attraction is built in the unknown. She's not fantasizing about the guy who texts her every 5 minutes. She's fantasizing about the guy who's hard to pin down, the guy who's living his life and isn't always available at her beck and call. Be that guy, the man who keeps her guessing, keeps her curious, and keeps her interested. 6. Value your time more than hers. One of the biggest mistakes men make in relationships is constantly rearranging their lives to fit hers. Let me tell you something. A man who doesn't value his own time will never be valued by a woman. Period. If you're always available, always waiting for her to call, and always dropping your plans to accommodate hers, she's going to start taking you for granted. And once that happens, you're finished. In today's dating scene, women are used to men bending over backward to please them. They've got guys lining up, willing to sacrifice everything just for a chance at their attention. But here's the truth. Women don't respect men who are too available. They respect men who are on their grind, men with a purpose, men who aren't afraid to say, "No, I can't make it. I have other plans." You need to show her that your time is just as valuable as hers, if not more. When you constantly make yourself available, you're sending a message that her time is more important than yours. But the moment you put your own life first, something incredible happens. She starts chasing your time. She starts respecting you. She realizes she can't just snap her fingers and expect you to drop everything for her. When you reclaim your time, you reclaim your power. Don't be afraid to make her work for your attention. Make her earn it. Because here's the truth. A man who values his own time is a man that women fight to be around. So, stop sacrificing your schedule, your goals, and your priorities to fit into her life. Start living your life on your terms and watch how her behavior changes. 7. Reciprocity. Stop accepting the bare minimum. This is where most men go wrong. You're giving her everything, your time, your attention, your energy. And what do you get in return? A few half-hearted texts, maybe even the fact that she's still dating other guys. If you're not getting back what you're putting in, you're being played. And the harsh truth is, it's your fault. You're teaching her that it's okay to give you the bare minimum. You're showing her that you'll settle for scraps, and guess what? As long as you accept those scraps, she'll keep feeding them to you. It's time to stop being so accommodating. If she's not putting in the effort, you need to pull back. It's that simple. Most guys think they need to try harder, give more, and keep chasing. But that's the exact opposite of what you should be doing. If she's not reciprocating, let her feel your absence. Women respect men who demand reciprocity, men who aren't afraid to walk away if they're not getting the same energy in return. Let's say you've been dating a woman for a few weeks. At first, she's enthusiastic, texting you, making plans, showing interest. But as time goes on, her effort fades. Suddenly, you're the one always reaching out, always suggesting dates, always initiating. And what do you get in return? A couple of lukewarm responses, and maybe an excuse or two about how busy she is. Most guys at this point would start trying even harder. They'd text more, try to see her more, do whatever they can to reignite that initial spark. But here's what you should actually do. Pull back. Stop texting. Stop making plans. Let her feel your absence. If she's interested, she'll notice the shift and start making an effort. If she's not, she'll disappear. And that's exactly what you want. Because a woman who doesn't reciprocate your energy is a woman who will never prioritize you. Let's be honest. Why would you want to invest in someone who sees you as a convenience? 8. Rejection is power. How to own every setback. Most guys crumble at the first sign of rejection. She doesn't text back, she cancels plans, or she ghosts you, and suddenly you're questioning your entire existence. Stop right there. Rejection isn't about you, it's about her. And if she's rejecting you, it's actually a blessing in disguise. You might be thinking, but I really liked her. And I get it. But the truth is, she was never really yours to begin with. If she had to reject you, it's because she didn't see your value in the first place. And that's her problem, not yours. Here's the kicker. Rejection is your greatest teacher. It's not a setback. It's an opportunity to level up. When a woman rejects you, she's doing you a favor. She's showing you exactly where you need to grow, where your weaknesses lie, and where your power truly begins. She's giving you a chance to reevaluate, improve, and move on to someone who actually values you. And rejection doesn't define you. It refines you. It forces you to become the best version of yourself. Here's a hard truth that no one tells you. Rejection is part of the game. You're not going to win them all, and that's okay. The reality is, most women will reject you, not because something is wrong with you, but because they have their own hidden agendas. They're chasing the highest value man they can find at that moment. And if you don't fit that profile right now, they'll move on without a second thought. This is where the Stoic mindset comes into play. You don't react emotionally to rejection. You don't spiral into self-pity. Instead, you analyze the situation coldly and logically. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Rejection is freedom. It frees you from wasting any more time and energy on someone who doesn't see your worth. Every time a woman ghosts you, cancels on you, or tells you she's not ready for a relationship, thank her. Yes, you heard me right. Thank her. She's just cleared your path for someone better, someone who will actually value what you bring to the table. Next time you're ghosted or turned down, Don't fall into despair. Use that rejection as fuel to become an even better version of yourself. The truth is, the woman who rejects you today will be chasing you tomorrow if you rise above and keep improving. The greatest revenge on rejection is success. Success in every aspect of your life. When she sees you thriving, leveling up, and surrounded by other high-value women, she'll regret ever letting you go. 9. Become her emotional anchor. Women are emotional creatures, constantly navigating through highs and lows, drama and chaotic feelings. If you want to be irreplaceable in her life, you need to stop playing into that chaos and become the calm she craves. Most men make the mistake of reacting to a woman's emotional volatility. They try to fix her problems, match her energy, or worse, get emotional themselves. That's exactly what not to do. You're not supposed to ride her emotional roller coaster. You're supposed to anchor it. Here's the harsh truth. Women will always seek the man who remains calm in the storm. Why? Because women need stability in a world where their emotions are often in flux. When you don't react to her mood swings, when you don't allow her drama to pull you into the chaos, you become the man she can rely on. Think about it. Every other guy is blowing up her phone, overreacting, getting needy, or worse, becoming insecure when she gets emotional. But not you. You're grounded, unshaken, and unaffected. That's your power. When she's spiraling, you remain composed. You're the guy who doesn't flinch, who isn't fazed by her emotional waves. And trust me, that's what makes you stand out. Once she realizes she can turn to you for stability, you become irreplaceable. Every storm she faces will lead her back to you. That's how you become the anchor in her life, not just another guy who's lost in the waves. 10. The scarcity principle. Why less availability creates more attraction. Here's the cold truth. The more available you are, the less she values you. It's a harsh reality, but one you need to accept if you want to truly become her priority. Think about it. If she knows you're always going to be there no matter what, why would she feel any urgency to make you a priority? Why would she fight for your attention when you're always giving it away for free? Women are hardwired to be attracted to men who have things going on in their lives, men who aren't just sitting around waiting for her to call. If you're always there, answering her texts within seconds, dropping everything just to see her, you're showing her that your time isn't valuable. And if your time isn't valuable to you, why should it be valuable to her? You need to create scarcity in your availability. Stop being at her beck and call. Stop making yourself so easy to reach and predict. When you're constantly available, you're not just killing attraction. You're telling her that you don't have anything more important going on in your life. And that's the last thing a high-value woman wants in a man. Think about the guys who have the most success with women. They're busy, they have purpose, goals, ambition, and women have to fit into their lives, not the other way around. When you're less available, she has to work harder for your attention. She starts to wonder what you're up to, why you're not always around, and that's when she starts prioritizing you. It's about shifting the dynamic so she's investing more in you. Scarcity creates demand, and that demand makes you irreplaceable. The bottom line, less availability equals more attraction. Conclusion, flip the script and become her priority. If you want to be her priority, you need to stop acting like an option. You need to stop giving away your time, your energy, and your attention to women who don't value you. Start respecting yourself, setting boundaries, and living your life on your own terms. When you adopt the Stoic mindset, stop reacting to her games, start valuing your time, and demand reciprocity. You become the man she can't afford to lose. You become the man she prioritizes. And remember, this isn't about playing games or manipulating her emotions. This is about becoming the best version of yourself. It's about mastering your emotions, controlling your time, and living a life that's so fulfilling she's dying to be a part of it. Let's spread this message to more men who need to hear it. If you found value in this video, like, subscribe, and share to keep this conversation going and help more men become the priority they deserve to be.